In this video, I'm going to describe voiced and voiceless sounds and describe how that affects the simple past tense pronunciation. So voiceless sounds in English are voice sounds that do not have a voice. For example, p, k, f, s, sh, and ch. To give you some examples of words: pack, kill, think, fat, sit, shit, and chip. If you put your hand on your voice box and you say these sounds, you cannot hear your voice vibrate. P, k, f, s, sh, ch. Voiced sounds, on the other hand, are consonants where you can feel the vibration of your voice. For example, b, g, the, v, z, j, j, m, n, g, r, l. Again, if I put my hand on my voice box, I can feel the vibration. B, g, the, v, z, j, j, m, n, g, r, l. So I'll explain now how these sounds affect the final ed sound in past tense. For example, you have he popped a balloon, they talked a lot, she frothed a cup of milk, I laughed at the movie, she kissed a frog, we brushed it off, I reached around for it. You can see the last letter in all of these is a T. Even though it's written with a D, we pronounce it popped, tucked, frothed, laughed, kissed, brushed, and reached. The same is true for voiced sounds. Bobbed, begged, breathed, loved, raised, bridged, climbed, claimed, banned, banged, cleared, and rolled. In this case, they end with a D, and you pronounce it as a D. The reason for this is because of assimilation. When the sound before the final consonant is voiced, it makes the final consonant voiced. When the sound before the final consonant is not voiced, it makes it not voiced. So the sound D and T, the T, is the same position in your mouth. It's just that one is voiced and one is not voiced. So this is the basis of this difference. A more important difference is when the verb ends in the sound D or T, the T. And in this case, it would be pronounced with an extra syllable, id. So for example, I visited the Empire State Building. She edited the research paper. We ended the game early. He breaded the chicken. The final question in this is, why is this important? This is important because in English, we connect our speech. We link the sounds. So when the sound ends in a consonant and is followed by a word that begins with a vowel, it connects to that next sound. And this is how we distinguish if you're speaking in the past tense or the present tense. We don't say, he walked away. In normal everyday conversational speech, we say, he walked away. This T sound links to the next word, away, and it sounds like away. One time I was listening to a conversation between two people, and my Spanish was not very good, and I heard them arguing. I didn't know what they were arguing about, but I kept hearing leche, 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 and I was like, huh. So they're talking about milk. And come to find out, they're linking the two speeches, the two words in the speech, and they're saying, el hecho es que blah, blah, blah. El hecho es que blah, blah, blah. No estoy de acuerdo. El hecho es de que. But instead of el hecho, I heard el leche. So in English, when we link the speech like this, it makes it much easier to understand if you're saying in the present tense or the past tense. So this is just a quick explanation for when we use the final sound as a t, and when we use the final sound as a d, and when we use the final sound as a id or ud with an extra syllable for the simple past tense.